What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Put a one if you can hear me. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me because I had to restart my computer and everything like that. The screen was completely black. I don't know what the happened, but it was completely black. We still gonna get into the Armon stuff. We still gonna get into the Camera interview with the Punisher. You know, the escort from the Freak-Off. We gonna get into all that still. I just want to make sure y'all can see and hear me. Let's go ahead and play the intro. What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? Put a one in the chat if you can see and hear me. I just want to make sure. Put a one. And please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel while you're doing that too as well. I don't see anybody. I'm all like, damn, can y'all hear me? Because I don't see nobody like commenting no more. The heck done happened? Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. I know there's like a little delay and stuff like that. What's up, Nichelle, Starnique, Riri, Jody? What's up, Great Dane Mom? Who else we got here? Hello, shout out to y'all. Ariel, I know Ariel's in here. Adrian, what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? So first, I wanted to talk about the Diddy case. So as I understand, Bana has testified. Bana was Cassie's friend who got dangled over the balcony. And remember, she has her own civil lawsuit with Diddy. So this is definitely going to help her out. Now, as I understand from the last thing, and this was about 30 minutes ago, I have not seen the Jane Doe testify yet. And now the Jane Doe is supposed to be the one that has been at the Freak-Offs from 2021 all the way until 2024 before Diddy got arrested. So the Jane Doe, as I see, I'm thinking she's going to testify tomorrow. I think they probably already getting ready to wrap up soon, right? Because it should be like 3 something now. But anyway, what's up, everybody? What's up, Pure T? What's up, Super K? All right. So as you guys know, Armon was harassed yesterday from this crazy lady who was all like, let's go viral, let's go viral. But the funny part was we didn't have this information that we got from Gene Deal. As you guys know, and I'm not going to replay the video because y'all be like, why y'all be playing the old stuff? Gene Deal had said that Donat had got up in the room and was like, yeah, who's ready to go viral? Then that's when the girl said, oh, I want to go viral, and was like trying to talk to him, and he was all like, oh, no, I don't, he said something like, I'm professional or something like that. But I'm still wondering how it started out with Donat, but then it went over to Armon. Like, how did that even come about? Like, I'm interested in how that even came because Armon was minding his own business, and you can see. And shout out to this content creator, Gifted. I'm going to go ahead and post her link right now.
Okay, now the courtroom erupted early on. It erupted early. It unwrapped today. It unwrapped today. The courtroom. Who are you talking to? You're not talking to me, bitch. I don't know you.
I'm talking to you. Is you cool, nigga?
You a clout chasing ass bitch. I don't know you. Get your retarded ass away from me. Bye, bitch. I don't know you. So, bitch.
I can wear hoops too.
Who the fuck are you? Look at this weird ass bitch. Who is this?
I can wear turtlenecks too.
Bitch.
I got a question. I'm wondering if she was like hollering to him or she was just hollering, right? And then he answered, so that's why she came at him. That's what I'm kind of thinking, y'all. I'm thinking like she was just yelling, just trying to get anybody's attention. And Armon was the person who took the bait. That's what I'm kind of assuming because like he seemed even thrown off like, huh? Like, are you yelling at me?
You're a crackhead, bitch. Goodbye. Anyway, so
pussy ass nigga.
You crackhead bitch, go do some motherfucking drugs.
Let's go viral.
Hello?
Yeah, pussy ass nigga, let's go viral in this motherfucker.
So this is crazy in a courtroom. You got the crackhead.
Clock that. Make sure you clock that.
Bitch, I know I'm gonna clock you, bitch, if you walk up on me. That's very clear. Bitch, walk up on me.
Ginger bear.
Walk on me, bitch, you're gonna gag. All right, bitch, I'ma pride you. I'ma knock the fuck out you, bitch. You walk up on me.
Don't even mind.
You weird ass, crackhead ass bitch. Walk up on me, bitch. I'ma knock the fuck out you, hoe. Yes, it's going down.
Okay, you cool? Is y'all cool?
Yes, it's a lot going on out here. So, listen.
Yo, this is crazy. And you know, this is kind of like one of those things like, I live in the Bay Area. Anytime you live in the inner city, you deal with stuff like this. Like, I don't want to say this is a New York thing. It just got that New York accent to it. But you deal with stuff like this all the time. Usually you just never mind it or you walk away. Now, unless you approaching me or you trying to do something to me, that's one thing. But usually, you know, you're like, oh, that's a crackhead. I'm going to keep on walking. So it's weird that he actually addressed it. You know what I mean? What's up, Jackie? And Ginger Bear, as you were saying, I do find the situation kind of weird how it started out with him first, but then like all of a sudden it went to Armon, and it's like, where'd that come from? But like I said, I think Armon responded to her. I think she was looking for anybody, as what we learned from Gene Deal. She was looking for anybody, but Armon took the bait and he responded to her.
So this is crazy. I'ma slap the fuck out this bitch.
Him and Armon got into it?
I'm built like that.
Listen.
I'm built like that. Who's the cloud chaser? I'm built like that.
Bitch.
Bitch.
Walk away from me.
Bitch.
Yeah, stand back, bitch.
Bitch. I'm built like that. Who the cloud chaser? Nigga off of who? Bitch ass nigga, you?
Look.
Oh, look. What's up with y'all? Sheriff Gifted in this motherfucker. It's Sheriff
She broke as fuck.
Who the fuck is the cloud chaser? Oh, okay, clock that. Clock that. Let's go viral in this motherfucker. Let's go viral.
Back up.
Or what? Or get smacked because I can wear hoops too.
Yes.
I can wear a turtleneck too.
Very much back up before you get smacked.
What's up with the turtleneck? She
Back
said,
up,
I can
bitch.
wear a turtleneck too. Because he doesn't have a turtleneck at all. Like, what was the turtleneck about?
I wanna get smacked. I wanna get smacked, bitch ass nigga. You getting pressed. You getting pressed. Arman, you getting pressed. Yeah, nigga, let's go viral in this motherfucker. It's I am the gifted in this motherfucker. It's I am the gifted in this motherfucker. Get smacked me, nigga. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see you in your pink, and I see you in your black, and I see you in your white.
Shut your dirty ass up.
Dirty, nigga. I'm cleaning the whistle.
Look at you, bitch. I'm not arguing with you.
I'm cleaning in the motherfucking whistle, nigga. I'm cleaning in the motherfucking whistle. Who the fuck is dirty, nigga? Who the fuck is dirty? I'm cleaning.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Move.
You can smack me.
No, you can talk.
You can smack
as long as
me.
you don't touch me. So don't touch me.
You know I'm a talk.
Baby, listen, you're broke.
You know I'm a talk.
Bitch, I'll slap you with $100, bitch.
Slap me,
Get the fuck out of my face.
Slap me, pussy ass bitch. You're a crack me, nigga. Slap me, nigga. Slap me, nigga. Let's break this shit the fuck up.
Mind you, I don't know who this is.
You thought I was feeling you?
Bitch, I don't know
You
you.
thought I was feeling you?
Your breath stink, bitch.
Oh, bitch, you thought I was feeling you?
You thought I was feeling you? Yo, this can't be real. Like, oh my God. Y'all, and Armand was right. He said, this is why I don't go live from the courthouse. Like, I applaud, like, pizza tells and people who go live right in front of the courthouse, but I don't think I could do it with all this craziness, all the sirens, and it's like all this commotion. Like, if somebody came up to me and was like, hey, can I get an interview with you? That's one thing. But I don't know if I could go live right outside the courthouse. Like, I would have to be in some private area, not in front of everybody like this, because, again, you have these people trying to look for a moment. It's literally like people acting a fool. Well, not literally. They are acting a fool just to have a moment.
Look at this.
You thought I was killing you? Oh,
She's clearly trying to go viral.
Yeah, let's go viral. Let's go viral.
It's already
Let's go
viral.
viral.
You went viral.
I'm that bitch.
How do you feel?
I'm that bitch.
No.
I feel great. I feel fantastic. How y'all doing? Y'all cool?
Okay, you good?
Y'all cool? We outside. Is y'all cool?
That's why I don't go live out. That's why I don't go live out here.
Yes, please. Don't.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't go live out here.
Don't say nothing.
Thank you, FREAKOFF, for saying that. But no, it wasn't Armon. It was not Armon. Yeah, it wasn't Armon who said that. No. Because if you watch Gene Deal video, he's talking about a specific person. He was not talking about Armon. He was talking about a specific person. And I actually did say the name earlier. I think Tisa has security. I was told she has security, and then someone said, no, Gene Deal got her security or something like. So I don't know. Oh, listen, if you out there, protect yourself. Any content creator out there, protect your neck and protect yourself. That's all I can say. But again, going back to Armon, I do believe what ended up happening was that the girl was just looking at anybody. She just wanted a moment, right? And so what ended up happening was that Armon took the bait and he was like, are you talking to me? And then she was like, yeah, I'm talking, like knowing that she was just willing to go viral with anybody. Because like I said, what Gene Deal let us know was that it was another YouTuber that said like, oh yeah, I want to go viral. And then the girl stood up and was all like, yeah, let's go viral. And then that's when he backed away and was all like, oh, never mind. Oh, no, you know, I'm a professional or something to that effect that Gene Deal said. Y'all can watch my video from yesterday and get that, or watch his video. But again, it makes a lot of sense. Like that girl was just looking to get into it with anybody. That's why, you know, when people are just talking around, I'm not assuming they're talking to me unless they make eye contact with me. If you don't make eye contact with me, I don't know that you're talking to me, or at least, you know, if you don't say my name. If you're not saying my name, then I'm just going to ignore you. And even when I do see people hollering my name, I still ignore them, y'all. There'll be people like call me like, hey, you didn't hear me yelling at you? I'll be like, oh, I didn't know it was you. Because again, if I'm by myself, I gotta be on alert, you know? I gotta be on alert. There was a situation that happened when I first started working back in the Bay Area, right? And, you know, I grew up in the Valley and stuff like that. So, you know, like, I'm like, dude, where's your car? You know, and shit like that. So it's funny because the other day somebody was all, because when I was making fun of Gene Deal, how he sound like he from New York and stuff like that, they were like, well, you sound white. And I was like, thank you. I do. But anyway, so I had my phone out, you know, you know, I'm privileged and shit like that. So I don't realize where I am. So this guy, he was like walking up behind me, right? He was walking like real fast. I'm still not even paying attention, even though I know somebody's behind me, because I'm just like, on my phone, right? So I just happened to like turn around because someone told me to turn around. As soon as I turned around, he did a complete like 180 and like turned around and then walked hella fast the other way. So I was wondering, was that fool coming behind me to like try to snatch my phone or something like that? Because I'm over here walking, not being aware of my surroundings. And when that happened, I was like, AT2, you got to remember, you in the Bay Area, you can't be out here slipping like that. Like, you got to keep your head on a swivel at all times. So I feel like this whole situation, it's really a life lesson. Like, you got to be, you know, keep your head on a swivel at all times. Shanji was not banned. Okay, he was not banned. Okay. Thank you. Well, I apologize. Shanji is not banned. I know the other day, shout out to Jazz. She said that he wasn't banned either. It wasn't him. Now, I do know that there have been different YouTubers that have posted the girl's face, but the ones that I've seen are not at the trial. Just like you guys corrected me, it was all like DJ Academics isn't at the trial, so it wasn't him. So I'll say this. I do not know directly. I am not there to tell you who was once there and who's not there anymore. So I don't know. Yeah. So good it wasn't him. Yeah. So I guess he just said the name, but he didn't. Yeah, I guess. Hey, maybe they're all like, "Oh, we don't care." because he didn't show the girl's face. Maybe, I don't know. But hey, if he got away with it, he got away with it. So, but shout out to him. Let's go ahead and move on to this Cameron interview that he had with the Punisher. Now, here's my issue with the Punisher, right? And I don't like calling him the Punisher. I think his name is Sheree. I don't mind him getting his money, right? But I have a problem that this case is still going on and you doing all these interviews. It's the bald head dude guy, this one, the escort right here. I have no problem with him making his money, but damn, at least wait until the case is over with, because I just feel like it's messy. It is. And Cameron, and I like Cam, right? But the problem is, like, the questions he was asking was so disrespectful, and he's been getting a lot of backlash for it. So let's go ahead and take a listen to it. Fair use, fair use. This is fair use. Do not strike me.
Just a regular little strip tease for a birthday girl.
But like, that's a great answer. How do they find you? Like, is it ads, internet? Like, how do they even track somebody like you down?
Oh yeah, yo, all my marketing and stuff in my business is like SEO, so Google searches. So if you go online in the New York City area and you put in male strippers for hire or whatever, my website's gonna come up. So they just clicked on the website and called the number, and I just happened to pick up the phone. It wasn't, I don't think they were looking for me specifically.
Right.
I just picked up the phone.
Got you. Where did these, well, let's say the first time, where did these events usually happen at? Puff's house, Cassie's house, hotel? Like, where did these events happen at?
I was all
this is kind of stuff we already know. I'm skipping ahead a little bit.
Scene. So we did the like set up on the couches, the baby all rubbed down or whatever. And then at some point, Puff jumped up. I didn't know it was him. He left the room. She left the room to talk to him. And she came back like, yo, that was perfect. We happy. We good. And then she said to me, yo, do you want to finish? Meaning, I guess, do I want to bust a nut? You know what I'm saying? And my first example, I'm trying to be professional. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, if y'all good, I'm good. This ain't about me. And I just left, but she did say, all right, well, when we get back in town, we want to hit you again. Is it okay? I'm like, yeah, I just got $2K to rub down like a super bad chick. So of course I'm down if you want to hit me back. But it was offered to me the first time, and I actually turned it down, trying to be on some professional.
Right. Was baby oil mandatory?
Mandatory,
Yeah, he got a baby oil. That's just mandatory. I seen also in the transcripts that you said it was just supposed to be like a sexy scene, meaning that Puff would tell you to move the candles a certain way, or tell her to move the candles a certain way for lighting purposes for his visual. Could you explain that?
Yeah, so like when I first got in there, she made it clear that this was a scene we were setting up for her husband.
Okay.
So, it was like couches, all the furniture in the suite was covered in sheets. Like everything was covered in sheets. So it was like a single chair across from like a big sofa. And we were supposed to sit on.
I just wonder, how do they lay up in that? After the freak off is done, how do you then like just lay up or be around all that mess in there? Like, because Diddy would send his people to literally do cleanup, emergency cleanup, because they done did X, Y, and Z in that room, and they said it was blood, feces, trigger warning, gum, all baby oil, all that shit in the room. Like, how can you just stay in that room after you got all that? And I know the room stank. That shit is nasty. Like, ugh, that's weird. Or maybe they wouldn't even go to sleep, so they didn't mind. That's the other thing. I just kind of thought about that. And to answer your question about the RICO, so basically all of this was done through Diddy's business. So that's what they're proving, is that, just for example, like today in court, he paid the $50K for the security guard to whatchamacallit, to get a copy of the tape of him beating Cassie. So he did that through his business. So that's what they're proving, and the coercion and the trafficking and all that. Yeah.
There and kind of, I'm supposed to put oil on myself. She's supposed to do the same. And then at some point we're rubbing on each other and we doing little like masturbating. I'm masturbating, she's masturbating, but you could tell it was an act.
Right.
Like we're like in character, like one of them corny Cinemax movies. You know what I'm saying? Like the sex scene in the little Cinemax movies. So we're trying to make it look like the part, you know, and then he would give subtle cues because he's across the room and the room's dark, everything's candle lit, and he'll say like, yo, move a little bit, yo, move the candle, I can't really see, or move the body. And he would never talk to me, not one word to me, only to her. And if his instructions for me, it goes to her and she tells me. So it was like a real scripted kind of routine, and it really went like that every single time.
So he was basically orchestrating a sex scene without directly talking to you, but telling her certain things.
Exactly.
Wow. Crazy. I seen also in the transcript, or I actually heard you talk about this, that Puff will have the Muslim mask on and be naked from the neck down. What was that like? Pause.
Bro, that was like the weirdest shit ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So real quick, I want to say this too. Not that I'm blaming the escorts or anything like that, because at the end of the day, they doing their job and they getting their money, right? But I would just feel a certain kind of way if I seen like sheets all over the room, baby oil, all this stuff going on, and there's a man in some Muslim garb, and you know, I don't even know who it is. He got his face covered up and everything like that. I would be scared. I would be scared. And the reason why I would be scared is because I don't know who this is. I don't know if they have any weapons on them. Like, I wouldn't be able to perform. And he does talk about he wasn't able to perform. Like, just know, like, usually when you have, well, we're all adults here. Put your kids to bed real quick. I'm going to give y'all 30 seconds. Put your kids to bed. Hold on. Where's my countdown? When it comes to threesomes or having multiples, you usually know the people. Like, he didn't really know them, and he said, you know, in the beginning, he didn't know who the guy was. And then you're performing. Usually, these encounters is like a one-on-one, or with his situation, and you got to remember this too. Not all of them were prostitutes. They were originally called over to dance, and then, you know, the dance turned into more, obviously, right? So you got to worry about, y'all, it's a lot. Y'all just be putting y'all life in risk. Y'all got to be careful.
It's already weird knowing like a dude coming in the room, you know, but, you know, I'm messing with the chick, and mind you, I'm seeing all this peripheral.
Right.
So it's extra crazy because it's not straight on. So it's at the corner of my eye. I'm like, yo, this dude got on like a veil, and he's half the time he's beating off and he's walking side to side. So it was definitely a difficult space to try to be in. But I ain't no front, bro. At the time, I'm greedy. I want this bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the scenario and I'm trying to make it work. But
right.
It was tough, man. It was tough.
It was just a veil. Somebody told me he had a Yankee fitted over the veil. Everything. So everything was just covering the face. Super duper pause and naked from the neck down every single time.
Every single time, man. So that's a little construed, right? It was a veil, just period, like the ones the Muslim women wear, so you don't see anything but the eyes. But I think at some point after like the year and change, and it was a while, he wore the veil for a minute.
Right.
I think they might have figured out. I saw the TV, and at some point he just changed to a Yankee fitted. So at some point he dropped the veil, and I guess he knew.
Good job. Yeah.
Maybe he saw the TV on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I probably left it, and I guess he figured out. All right, homie figured it out. So he stopped wearing a veil, and he was just like rocker fitted.
Right. I also seen that you say when you and her were doing what you guys were doing, he would be pacing back and forth with a bottle of Astroglide.
Yeah, man. Every time, you know, it was obviously something he was into in terms of visually watching this. You know? So
what was being done with the Astroglide though? Paul?
I guess he's using it as lubricant to beat off. You know what I'm saying? That was, you know, he's pleasuring himself during the action. So I'm obviously he's using that for lube.
Do you consider Puff a cuckold?
Yeah, I mean the whole time that's what I thought it was.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's the person who likes watching their wife or whatnot perform, you know, sex with somebody else.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It's because you keep using the word voyeur. This is cuckold activity.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, we're gonna step it up to cuckold.
Yeah. So I'm saying voyeur because that's what she said to me.
Right.
Like when I came in.
You know why? Because they down. You know why? Because voyeur don't seem as bad as cuckold. So they downplay it with the I'm just a voyeur.
That's what I don't understand, Zinga, is why they wouldn't just hire people that are into it. And with Diddy, once Cassie seemed like she wasn't into it or she was just doing it just to get, like, he could have found other. I hate to even put this out here, but it seemed like all his other baby mamas were fine. They keep their mouth shut. They don't say anything. Because let's be honest, does anybody think Cassie is the only one who he had a freak off with? Yes or no? All his other baby mamas haven't said anything. Young Miami has never said anything. So he had women who were down for the get down, right? Why didn't he just stick with women who were down for that? Stick with them. Don't get somebody who's like hesitant, like, oh, yeah, I guess I'm doing. And I guess what the defense is trying to prove that she was down for it. She didn't, you know, she wasn't against it. She was down for it all, you know. But again, with you, and I always was under the impression, didn't he take her ID or her passport or something like that? Or was that the Mia girl that he took her passport or ID? Whenever, and this is something that you guys don't realize, whenever you take somebody's passport or their ID, that counts as trafficking because basically they can't leave or they can't go. So that counts as trafficking. I believe he did it to Mia. I'm not sure about Cassie, though. All right, let's get back into it.
Wait, nah, you was an official cuckold, nigga, because voyeur can mean you watching anybody, not your girl. Cuckold is when your girl is in play. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's sound cuckoldish, man. Did Puff ever participate?
Nah, man. Nah, he stayed across the room. Like I said in my testimony, the closest he got to actual action, like it was one time, all this stuff, almost every session happened in the living room, but it was one specific one where we got moved to the bedroom, me and her. Mm-hmm. So in the bedroom, he's in a closer proximity because he's walking around the bed. And at some point, like almost at like the strip club, he took like a stack of hundreds and just threw it on the bed while we was, when me and her was having sex. And we both was like, what's going on? And he just was like, nah, I'm enjoying this shit. And, we just kept doing what we was doing.
All right. So the nigga basically, pardon me, I'm gathering information as we talk. Y'all in the bed, he's circling the room, takes out sack on it, just throw it on the bed.
Just throw it on the bed.
Wow. It's crazy. Sorry about that.
You know what's crazy is that he was only paying them like $800, $1,200. $800 to $1,200. I would be pissed if I was only getting $800, $1,200 and I'm over here covered in baby oil and shit like that, and I'm over here performing. And mind you, Diddy is recording these things. He's recording these interactions. I need more money. And I think that's why they couldn't get, actual sex workers. They got these dancers because they were willing to do the freak for less. You know what I mean? I hate to put it that way. What's up, Stephanie?
Yeah, I was just thinking, what was the most money you made doing this with them?
Every single time I came, it was $1,200 or $2,000. But like I said, sometimes I could come 3 days in a row.
Right. So
so it would be $1,200, $2,000, $1,200 for that. You know what I'm saying?
For that session.
3 days. Yeah, exactly.
Got you.
Right, Karma.
And it would last 2-3 days?
Yeah, 2-3 days, but not straight. Like a few hours, I'll go home, you'll come back again. A few hours, I'll go home, come back again. You know?
That nigga's on time. That nigga's on clockwork. That's a wild nigga, man.
Okay.
I also seen that you say Cassie said she felt comfortable with you. Did you take that as she liked you?
Not really. I knew it was clear, man. This was something we were setting up for her dude, right? At the time, I'm thinking her husband, because she said this to me the very first encounter, right? So I didn't think it was a personable, she's into me. But obviously, if this is something that has to be done.
So this is kind of like been a thing where like people don't know whether or not what his sexuality is, right? It just seemed that he liked to watch. But again, I think where it gets a little tricky because you would have this man ejaculate, or any man, right? Cassie would have to run to the next room and rub it on your nipples. You have to like what it like. I just don't think, because you can rub your own on your nipples, but you wanted specifically the sex workers' juices on your nipples, rubbed on your nipples. You know what I mean? So I think really this was his way of experimenting without actually going having the threesomes and stuff like that. This was his way of experimenting. And I think when you're in this phase where you're questioning yourself, but you want to open yourself up sexually, I think I believe that this was probably a gateway. That's what I believe. I believe it was probably a gateway. I'm saying gate, not get, because let's be clear. Happy Pride, everybody. I was saying gate as in Gate, not Gay. Okay, let's go.
Based on their sexual fetish, well, she's going to do it with somebody that, all right, I'm comfortable with this dude,
right, sir,
you know?
Right.
So I always took it as however the vibe was, however things went, it worked for her. So that's why she said, I want to call you back, you know? Got you.
Did Puff ever appear jealous while you guys were having intercourse or participating with each other?
Not at all, man. Not at all. It was like good to go. Like I told you, the focus was making sure he got the right visuals, the lighting was right, put more baby oil on. Like he was into it from an enjoyment standpoint, not. Yeah.
So, but you saying he basically never was jealous. Did Cassie ever reach out to you without Puff?
Nah, it was strictly business. And honestly, man, I wasn't even trying to play that, get caught up in some type of fantasy. I know one of the other dudes got caught up in some fantasy of they could be together. I knew what it was, man. Like,
right.
she with a dude and $30,000 a night sweets, like I move, I can pull it off with chicks, but you know, that's a tough act to follow. You know what I'm saying? So I saw it as an opportunity, man, and I was just trying to come through to, you know, come up whatever way I could with that easy money, how I saw it.
Yeah, I ain't knocking you, my nigga. How was that pussy though?
This is I was trying to warn you guys before, but this is where like Cameron was wrong for even asking this question. Like he was straight up wrong. And Punisher, he tried to handle it very well and you know, very like politically correct, but Cameron was wrong for asking this. Like, come on.
I mean, bro, even if it was fire.
Bro, was the pussy good, family? Let's stop with political shit. We was Harlem time, my nigga. You 39th Street and 40th. Was the pussy, how was that pussy, my nigga?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I couldn't get there, bro.
Okay.
Like I got a dude pacing back and forth, beating his joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My peripherals, my spider senses is wilding. You know what I'm saying? And especially when I found out it was Puff. When I found out it was Puff, it got all the way worse because if you grew up in Harlem, if you grew up in that era, I can't validate it, but everybody knows there's rumors, right? There's rumors.
You know, this is why it's getting backlash, you guys, because it's one thing to where, okay, you talking about you just smashed some chick, right? This is how we talk, right? But you're dealing in a situation that's very serious, that's dealing with RICO, that's dealing with trafficking and racketeering and all this other stuff. And you've seen that this girl was beat. We've seen it, right? We don't have to say allegedly. We've seen the video. So we've seen this. And so now we're going to make a joke about, oh, how was the pussy? Was the pussy good? Like, was it bomb? Was it fire? And after this girl has testified that she had UTI, she would be bleeding, she would be in so much pain, it would take her days to recover. And you make jokes about her pussy. That's where the problem comes into play.
That he could be, you know, interested in dudes. So the whole time I'm semi-paranoid. Like I wrote in my book, bro, for real. I got a hearing problem.
Right.
And sometimes when he would give her directions, I would hear like something completely different. Like he'll say, yo, I like the position you in. And I'm like, yo, did he just say I wish I could penetrate him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing, like, yo, hold on, wait, what did he just say? Like,
so basically, you never could get comfortable because. So let's just be clear and get the elephant out the room for the audience. You're not gay, you're saying?
Absolutely not. Bro.
Right. So therefore, you're saying that already, just to put everything into perspective, that you're there for this chicken to get this money. You don't know it's Puff this whole time. So you're already thinking like, okay, this nigga's being weird, whoever it is, and I got to keep an eye out for him because we don't know what type, in case he want to, if he get mad, if he want to join, I'm not with none of that. I'm here to bone your bitch like you paid me to do and stay the fuck out of it. But what you're saying is the paranoia intensified once you found out it was Puff and you like, oh, hold on, now this shit done got to 10 because not only am I fucking this nigga girl, but it's Puff. So now you saying you hearing shit that you wasn't hearing and now you can't really enjoy the pussy like you want to enjoy it. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like I'm not intimately connected, yo. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like I don't think I got a real erection the entire time. Right. Like I was loading up on any pill, anything that I could take just to get there because I could not connect.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was too paranoid, it was official paranoid, bro. Like, right. Because I wasn't.
And that has been my thing about being paranoid with this guy and this hijab, and you don't even know who this is, but yet you're performing for him in front of. Yeah, nah.
I'm not used to being in that situation. And then it's like homie got on the veil and butt naked. And then like I said, I find out it's Puff. And then it's the rumors. So real talk, I'm like, yo, I don't want this to go left.
Right.
So,
well, listen, man, we're going to get you some pink horsepower because it don't matter what the situation is. That joint work. We're going to, you from the block, we'll send you a case up there. Nah, you already, nigga, that ain't about nothing. Did you go raw ever?
Yo, bro, yeah, for real, bro. That same day when he threw the stack of hundreds.
Right.
See, then asked, did you go raw?
Like, that was like, we were on the bed and I started out, I'm eating a box, right? And after, you could tell it was like some excitement, some connection. So when I pop up, she's scooting towards me for the penetration, and she kind of looked at him, and he was like, "Yo, go ahead, have a good time." And I was wild reckless. I just was what it was.
So it's only one time you went raw. You repeatedly went raw.
That was, let's say that was the 4th time, and then it was every time to the last time.
Got you. Gotta go raw sometime. You gotta go raw and Cassie and be like that, my nigga.
He said you gotta go raw and Cassie. You like that. Again, if it wasn't for this girl would be bleeding, she would be in pain. She had UTIs that weren't curable, like or could be treated with simple antibiotics, right? The fact that she went through this, like nothing about it is a joke.
Some of my co-hosts, they got a couple questions for you, but I got one more question before they ask you a couple questions. We hear about 50's baby mom, Daphne, being involved in some of these things. Did you ever fuck Daphne, 50 Cent's baby mother?
Nah, every time I was called or involved in any way, it was only Cassie specifically.
All right, cool, man. Hey, yo, my man Larry, Sheree, you got a question for him? We get ready to wrap this up. Sheree, you've been great, man, and thank you for participating. A couple more questions before we get you out of here. And also, we want to talk about your book before you go as well.
Thank you, CC.
I appreciate it.
Yo, what's good, fam? So my question is, you said on the first night, you said the first night that she asked you if you wanted to continue, and you said no. So so I'm asking is, she wanted to continue. Was Puff there? So basically I'm saying, did she want to do it without Puff?
So when she came back in the room and asked me, her actual words was, do you want to finish? Right? So I found out later, finish meant me busting a nut.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So she offered, but like I said, I just turned it down. And if I'm keeping it 100, part of the reason why I turned it down is because I was struggling to get my joint up and hold an erection anyway, because homie got on the veil. I don't know who it is. He's pacing back and forth. So I couldn't get in that zone anyway. So I turned it down,
Right. This is the perfect comment right here. Thank you, Childish Bambino. It's more the way he's saying it, not what he's asking, because someone else could ask in a more professional way and it wouldn't be offensive. Exactly. It's the way he's asking. Did you go in raw? How was the pussy? How was the, nah, not in this situation. This ain't no normal, oh, he hit it and quit it. Like this a crime is being I don't want to say organized, but they're trying to prove that a crime was committed. This wasn't the time for that. Okay. Oh, where's the video? Here we go.
Obviously, I'm trying to be professional or whatever, but at the same time, I don't think I could have finished if I wanted to.
But he wasn't in the room with you anymore.
He wasn't, but what I would assume what would have happened was she would have said, do I want to? And if I would have started, he would have walked back in.
All right, then I got two more. So the other one was when he threw a stack of money on you. Were you able to keep that money? Was that the most money that he threw on you? Was that like when you said it was a stack of hundreds? Like how like you said earlier, 1,200 to 2,000. Was it more than that, or was that the 1,200 to 2,000? Because when I think of a stack, I think of like 5,000, 10,000.
Nah, it wasn't a stack. It was. I believe it was 2,000. And honestly, I thought that was a day I was going to really make a lot of bread because the 2,000 got thrown on the bed, was put to the side. As soon as we finished, it was handed to me. So I was hoping then she was going to come because he would come at the end of the night and pay me again. And that'd be an additional money. But that 2,000 ended up just being the money I got. So it wasn't like a super payday.
Yeah, my price would have went up. Just being serious, my price would have went up. Like, you literally... Not only does Diddy pick out particular women that he know that he can play, but he also picked out particular men that he knew that he can play, you know, in their face. He knew the ones where he could, because even when he was paying his employees, like Capricorn, she worked around the clock, but she was only making 50K, and then found out with all the overtime, there was like 80K that he did not pay her. Like, and then even with some of the males, they were at least making 6 figures, but it was 6 figures on the low end. So it just seemed like everybody was being paid very low. You know? Why are they interviewing this man? Listen, this man has been going around. He's been interviewed by everybody. Why is there not a gag order for him to shut up until after the trial? I am fine with him talking after the trial, but he has been on every news network talking about this. It's crazy. And Blessing said Cameron has always been a stinky, grimy type of dude. He has always been uncouth. Yeah, I don't get it. Oh, and he's selling his book, the freezer meat thing. He's selling his book. That's why he's really doing it. What's up, Bama girl? How you doing?
Of a session. So I just pretty much got my money in advance, you know.
I got you. My last question is, when all this kind of came about, you know, there's this history now of Puff being really violent. Were you scared to testify? Are you scared of retribution? Are you like was that an issue for you to go testify?
Yeah, I mean, it's something you have to consider, right? But
okay,
look,
I'm kind of done with it. You know, I just feel like there's certain situations where some things are just better left unsaid. We didn't have to know about all the details as in that. It was more or less, I feel like, because he really didn't, if you go back to his testimony, he really didn't have anything too much to add except like, yeah, basically he was hired for a service. He did it and that was it. Because he wasn't actually called by the defense. He was called by the prosecution. And it was kind of weird why they would call him, because it's not like he said like, oh yeah, I seen Cassie with a black eye or anything like that. It was literally like he was hired to do the job. Diddy directed, I guess, to show that Diddy was in control. But again, she was the one making the connections to him. He didn't know that she was being coerced or told to perform or do this. So again, I didn't really understand, like, or maybe they just needed one of the escorts that would actually testify. Maybe that's what it was, but yeah, it don't make no sense to me. But yeah, for those of you just joining, we talked about Armon earlier, and then now we talked about the whole Cameron backlash with this interview. I wanted to show you guys this and let you know why everybody was upset about it. But anyway, you guys, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We out of here. I need to take a bath or something because that was too much. Love y'all. Deuces.